somebody that I have only met by way of Facebook prayed for me. She called me and we talked or whatever, but her main reason for calling was that she wanted to pray for me. And it was really beautiful because it was the first time that I can recall that anybody has prayed for me. Well, one in a really long time that I, actually was able to hear. But also where I wasn't being prayed from, from a particular religious point of view. And I cried, not like any kind of heathen cry, but it was like I felt loved. And since I've been on this self-love journey, I have felt love quite a bit. So anyway, when she prayed for me, I realized that I don't pray for myself. And I have never had a really good, prayer life. I'll pray out of obligation. And I've always had a hard time praying for myself. That whole humility thing I picked up in church, I guess. But anyway, so this morning when I was doing my yoga, which I just started back doing, and now I'm seeing why I needed to, because this morning I basically was like, okay, universe, I don't get why I'm so filled with love in a world that feels like it's so filled with hate. Like, I don't understand why this is the lesson that you're teaching me, when it almost seems like that the hate will be easier, because it will be easier to, like, it almost felt defenseless. And then I was, because it felt like, it almost like I was just confused. So I was just like, I don't really get why I'm having to learn these lessons in this world that's going like it is right now. And I was thinking about one of my Facebook friends that said she felt helpless, and I can't remember how many kids she has, but it's maybe like 5, 7, something like that. And I could understand, and I was like, literally I was sitting there and I'm going through the postures, and I'm just like, I don't want to be like this right now. Like, this doesn't feel like the time, for being loving. Like, it just doesn't. With all this stuff that's going on, it just doesn't. And so I kept hearing in my head, that love is the only thing that's going to conquer all this. Love is the only thing that's going to conquer all this. And I knew it wasn't me, because I was feeling like love was kind of weak and stupid for this, we're going through right now. And then I started just, giving thanks for my connection to the actual universe. And for the first time, I really got that, no, like, I'm actually connected. It's not something to just say, but by being connected to the universe, I'm also connected to every single thing in the universe. Every person, every rock, every tree, every little tiny grain of sand, all of it. We're all connected. And when we don't, it's like I got it. And then my friend was telling me about this experience she had, which I won't go into deep detail, but she was able to have a connection with mama, with the universe or whatever. And she just confirmed by her experience the stuff that I knew, that while everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but from what it seems, like if you're looking at TV, and Facebook is basically TV, that everybody is operating from this place of scarcity and fear and hate. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm freaking out right now with all the stuff that's going on. It's like now if you look at what's going on, it's like nobody is safe from this crap. And I just keep hearing and knowing, like, and I kept hearing the words of women that I've heard over the years. One woman always talks about not having like control over, dominance over other people, places, or things. And just the connectedness, because even when people talk about wanting black power, I honestly don't want black power. I want equality. Like, I want to live in a world that's equal, where everybody is equal. Like, who wants to turn into the new oppressor? Like, who wants to do that? Yesterday, my daughter was asking me about Sandra Bland, and she got out of the car. Her take on it, right when she got out of the car, I was dropping her off. She was like, "Man, I hate patriarchy." And it made me realize that for me, it made sense. Because the people I'll say for me, that's what I'm saying in my world, for me, on my Facebook wall, dudes put on their capes for the lady, I forget her name, but anyway, the lady who's saying she identifies as black, she's transracial or whatever. They put on their capes defending her. They was going to bat, just, arguing for her right to identify as such, but have been completely, and I mean completely, silent over this sister being murdered. And I realized that it's because her death, they don't feel like benefits them. It doesn't benefit them. Her life, they didn't feel was valuable and didn't benefit them. And I've only had one guy on my wall say anything about her, and he's a white guy. British white guy. All the brothers have been silent. And I have a large, diversity of guys. They're not all RBG. They're not all Christian. And they're silent. They are saying nothing. And I honestly, I'm still working through it. I don't really get it's like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here, because I know that my superpower is love. I understand that, but sometimes it just don't feel like a superpower in this world, because I'm like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like, am I supposed to walk around hugging people? Like, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. Because I literally just got out of bed, got on the floor, did yoga, and I just started hearing about, I was literally just giving thanks for being connected to everything. It was like, for the first time, I actually got that I'm really actually connected. Because I would hear people say that, and I think the reason I didn't really believe or understand it before was because they were people who were saying that they were connected to the universe, but they still believed in power over others, and they still believed in some type of oppression, or they followed, these so-called leaders that believe in oppressing somebody. And that's just not what I believe. I believe that everybody should be free. And I believe that everybody should be equal. And I believe that everybody should be gentle and loving and kind and open to each other, to the diversity. Mother Nature constantly reflects her love of diversity, her love and the necessity of diversity. And we don't seem to really get that as a whole. Does white supremacy exist? Of course. Does white privilege exist? Of course. I'm a black woman living in the South. But I have to admit that I've been equally oppressed by men who look like me. And I've been equally oppressed by women who have the attitudes of the men who look like me, who think that I should be subservient and trod underfoot by anything with a penis or anything white. It's like if everybody could just get it at one time, just everybody at the same time, let your power go. The only thing you need power over is yourself. Is autonomy. Get your own stuff together. Do your own self-work. Most people can't get this together because they're broken coming into the situation. They're trying to fix other people. If we spend as much time, like I tell my kids all the time, police yourself so I don't have to police you. If we spend as much time on ourselves, getting ourselves together, you know, like helping heal ourselves, like healing ourselves. What are your issues? What are the things that you still struggle with? Where are the corners of your life that you still harbor hatred and pain and fear? Get those together. And then once you get those together, and then while I'm getting mine together, then we can work together because we all healing. But I've had so many people lately call themselves, I guess, trying to heal me, but they don't have their stuff together. They can't help me because they broken in areas that I'm not broken in. So maybe I'm supposed to be helping them. And I just thought they were coming to help me. Or they thought they were coming to help. Somebody thought they was coming to help me. And that's something I forget sometimes too, is that these people who are supposed to be like the shaman sometimes, that I'm, thinking, oh, she's supposed to be helping me. Sometimes I'm supposed to be helping her. Just because I don't fling my stuff out everywhere and I'm not constantly, posting stuff about readings or healings or my self-work or whatever. Not even that. I guess because I'm not highly regarded in the community as a healer. I don't know. Maybe that's why I still slip into that humbling, they're better than me mode. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, if y'all have any comments, I'm gonna be honest with you, because this was, you can comment, of course, because this was just me cleaning, like releasing, I guess. I was gonna say cleaning myself out. I guess cleaning my head out. And before I start my work day, I'm tired of, I don't want to do the hashtags aren't working and the being upset isn't working. I mean, we should be upset, obviously. But it's some kind of other work that's supposed to be being done. The protesting has its place, and the defense, self-defense has its place. But I don't think that its place is to switch one oppressor out for another one. That's not its place. And I honestly think that sometimes because we can't agree on that's why we're still, all of us are still in the positions that we're in. Because it's like everybody wants to have a pissing contest. Everybody wants to, whip their dicks out and see who's the biggest. And I think that's why you keep seeing women rising to the top. And I mean healed women, not women who are part of the patriarchy too. But women who are just like, I just want equality. I just want to be left alone to live and to love and to laugh. I just don't want to be bothered. Like, I just want to be with my family, with my circle, with nature. Just do that. I don't want to fight with you and fuss and pull and tug and see who playing King of the Hill like when we was kids, and somebody the king of the hill, and then you knock them off and you proclaim that you're the king of the hill. And my daughter even brought up a good point. She was like, I'm not saying it never happened. She was like, but when the last time you seen like a woman, or you seen women like doing the same thing that you see these men doing? And like, you will see a female cop stand by. But I haven't seen, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, because I'm sure it has. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. But it's more of a masculine and imbalanced masculine trait, a patriarchal trait to oppress, to feel intimidated by, to feel the need to constantly prove that you're bigger and better and smarter and faster. And the truth of it is that we raise our boys that way too. We raise them. I've always had a problem with competition. I don't like competition. I play games with people. I don't keep score, and competition irritates me. I'm just like, why can't we all just do what we know we good at and leave it at that? Anyway, okay. So, if you got any input, of course, leave a comment. So, I love y'all, and stay safe and stay connected. Odabo.